Hello, I am Kyle Stewart, and this is my Congressional App Challenge submission video for my app, CHESSter. CHESSter is a chessbot and board simulator with the main purpose of entertainment for people who want to battle my chessbot. CHESSter isn't intended for anyone super serious learning about chess, but more for people who want to see the inner workings of a chessbot, and if they feel like they have a base spot to build off of if they want to improve my design, which there's plenty of room for. To create CHESSter, I worked on CodeChess, which I only have access to because we use it for my school coding courses. But CodeChess has a sandbox for testing different programming tricks, which is what I use to work on CHESSter. And the particular language I opted to use was Python, which I chose because it was the language I most recently took a course for and am most familiar with. A quick overview of how CHESSter works is it checks every single move it can make that's legal, and then scores it based on the current board state, like how far certain pieces can slide, and how many pieces are being threatened, and if it's being threatened, if there are unfair trades, and if it's in check, to determine what the optimal move is for it to make. And using CHESSter is pretty simple. You start off with selecting a board setup between the options Normal, It's All Pawns, and Custom. Normal is the standard chess board setup, which looks like this, and there are other setups like It's All Pawns, which is all pawns, replaces all pieces except for the king with pawns on both sides, along with giving both sides an extra row of pawns to work with. And the final setup is the custom setup, which is where you can place any piece you want anywhere on the board, which, while it's tedious to use, allows you to put pretty much anything anywhere. So you could, have a rook in the middle if you wanted. I don't know, I'm not controlling what board you make. And when the chess match begins, that's whenever it explains how to use CHESSter. Now it's just the instructions where you pick the coordinates of where you want to go and where you want to end up. So 5-2-5-4 is the most typical chess opening, now which is, e5. And as interested as I am in chess, I'm not any good at it, which is rather obvious. But using CHESSter, though, is actually pretty easy. It's simply one input and then, the end destination. So I'm going to move the queen up to 4, 6. No, that's an invalid move, I misread. But you get the point.